Well, greetings. This is another crucified black male. This will be one of the first video pods that I'm in the process of just quickly recording and cutting and putting together, to share with one another. This is another crucified black male. I'm about to make my way to cross, but this is the pre-trial. I'm in this pre-trial phase. First of all, I'd like to, heal up and to reach out to other brothers that have been out there, other brethren that have been out there on the tube and on the internet, especially for Petition and Comicgenius and Sergeant Willie and Willie P and so many other brothers that I'm sorry if I don't have all your information to really link ones and ones, so forth and so on. But I'm another crucified black male, and we're talking about the baby mama so-called dramas, the baby mama dramas, and how this system is being abused, basically against the black fathers, in favor of the so-called black mothers. And we're going to use this as our own opportunity to, to reason and to share and to ground date with others, but also to share a lot of our frustration. There's other information, there's other type of teaching, and other type of seminars and lectures that we do. But this is going to be just focused on this particular very important issue, because if family is the cornerstone of any nation, then when we look at the state of black people in so-called post-slavery, you understand, after Obama presidency, we have to address these issues. Once again, I hail up, big ups, congrats. May the true God, the God of truth, protect brothers like Petition and Comicgenius and so many others, but especially Brother Petition really inspired I, and Comicgenius as well. He linked I with, I say linked not me directly, but because of his videos out there on the tube, I went and checked Thugtition, and listened to Thugtition's. I can't even describe the eloquence that Brother Thugtition brings to this whole issue about baby mama dramas and what's happening to the black family, but especially how the black males, how the fathers are being demonized in this game, in this system, this legal system that's destroying not just families and lives. And it's another so-called post-emancipation enslavement. You understand? And both the males and the females are being used, divide and conquer against each other. But we need some opportunity to, I'm not going to say just vent our frustration. It's not about just venting some frustration, but to dialogue. You understand? To have an open dialogue. They call this democracy. They call this free speech. So what we're seeking to do here is to exercise this free speech. So a lot of other videos and productions that I'm involved in, you just have to know me as Crucified Black Male, or another Crucified Black Male, but on the tube here as Crucified Black Male. Like our brother Thugtition is Thugtition, and Comicgenius is Comicgenius, and Sergeant Willie P and others out there, that's who they are. You understand? Those who may know us or whatever, you can go rant and rave and have your own site or something like that. But I just want to introduce myself. So this is introducifying, like that one there. This is introducing. And someone say, oh, you an ignorant nigga. Well, we expect to get all sort of comments and everything. But the main thing, I want to, I'm just expressing, I'm feeling you, bros. You understand? I'm not just feeling you. I'm using the slang that we know, but on my level of communicating, I'm really comprehending what you are communicating based on your own experiences, your own involvement, which is trying to share with other brothers and black males out there. You understand? Who've had their children taken away from them. You understand? By these BFFs. You know what a BFF is, right? These so-called black Frankenstein females or black Frankenstein feminists out there. You see, there's these black Frankenstein females, not all black females. Now, you know, anybody who think we're talking about all black females are deluded. You understand? They don't want to address exactly what we're talking about. There are these so-called black Frankenstein females that are the product of the post slave train and the rape system and all that we're going to really get into more details in other videos and in other pods, hopefully. But I would say to y'all who know how to download, how to record these things, for yourself, to share them with others, because when we really get started, there's going to be a lot of offended people. But what they say, the truth is what? The truth is an offense, but it's not a sin. I think it's so necessary for us as black males, seeing that we suffer things like hypertension. You understand? Hypertension, you know what I'm saying? High blood pressure. You understand? You already see that the whole black male situation, black males are incarcerated, black males are being killed by other black males. Black males are dying of drugs and AIDS and everything else, and the whole black family is destroyed. That's why I name and inaugurate this particular channel, to remind ones of the crucified black male, because the crucified black male, that is our template in overcoming this, overcoming this hell, this earth, this land, this so-called world has been turned into hell. And see, some of you Manginas out there don't really understand what we're talking about. You understand? Because you're not really a man and you're not really a vagina. You're a mangina. So you're like the BFFs, the black Frankenstein feminists, black Frankenstein females. You are a product. You know what I'm saying? You are a product of post-white supremacy. You understand? And the black family male societies, the destruction of the black male, basically. See, like we said, we didn't script this out. We're trying to do at least a little less than maybe a 10-minute clip, go up to the max on this, just introducing ourselves, just some ideas that's been on our hearts. And see, most of us don't have an opportunity to communicate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we may communicate for our boys, or that we may smoke or drink or hang out with, but we really don't have the opportunity, see what I'm saying, to communicate this to a greater audience. For example, you see that story that's on the air about that father whose child was kidnapped, that white father whose white woman, I don't know if she was his wife or a girlfriend or common law or whatever it was, but how she took his child to, I think, Brazil or South America, and then she died. And then the man that she married, that family, because they are well-to-do, they are politically connected family, they basically are doing all sort of cloak and dagger and barbed wire acts to prevent that white father, you know, from having his child. You know, and it was from basically keeping the child away from his father, even though it's a violation of so-called international laws. This is very interesting. We need to focus on this, because these are the same sort of issues that some of us, many really, but some of us who are speaking up about it have gone through. And THUGT1CIAN, Comic Genius, and so many of you other brothers and some sisters. There are some sisters who recognize right and exact what's right is right. And they recognize that, yeah, some black fathers wasn't there from the very beginning besides a one-night stand, but some black men have tried to be fathers. And because of the divide and conquer and how to make a slave, Negroisms that niggas have been going through, especially this generation, we're doing it to ourselves. You understand? So I'm about to make my way to Pontius Pilate, you understand, in the crucified blackmail stage. They're looking for me. Lord, I gotta keep on moving where I can be found. Lord, they're coming after me. I've been accused of a paternity situation. And I'm not saying that I didn't do, but I'm saying that if I did, then why was I treated like this? And now they're on the hunt for me to have a Judas kiss me so that somebody can get their 30 pieces of silver, you understand, and can get rid of that troublemaker. You understand? So while we have, Christ said we have to carry our cross. You understand? Carry our cross. Sometimes you don't really go out there and just make your own cross. Your cross is what of all the things that I have to deal with in life and had, all my hopes and dreams, I would have never thought that this, so-called black male father, baby mama dramas would be the situation that would be my cross that I have to carry. But when you reckon and you pray and say, let this cup pass from me if it be thy will, hey, it's a cup, got to drink it, got to deal with it. I'm so happy there's other courageous brothers also, so when I'm hanging up there, I can look to the left and the right and say, wow, bros, let's hold on, because this too will pass, and we shall and we will overcome.